Sometimes in life, man, you have to write drunk, edit sober. Meaning there are times that I know you want to confront something. I know you want to respond. I know you want to react. I know you want to do something very quickly. And sometimes in the heat of those moments, man, is when you're most drunk, when you are most highly enraged. And so whatever you do from there, yes, you'll do it, but it won't get you the outcome that you really desire. The other day I was working on a video for the podcast. And so I didn't have much time. I was already before I had to go to work. And so I got up, I started working on the podcast. So I start working on what I want to talk about and I get it all laid out, how I want to talk about it. But once it came time to producing, to recording it, dude, it didn't come out right at all. And so I had to keep taking takes and retakes over and over and over again. And every time I had to stop and re-record, the more frustrated I got. I got frustrated because I was looking at the time saying, man, you're running out of time. You're running out of time. And so I finally just muscle through it, man. I get through it. But when I got through it, I hurry up, I scrambled, I closed everything up. I ran and got dressed for work, and I'm hauling ass to work, man. And I'm fuming. I'm fuming because it did not come out the way I wanted it to come out. I got through it, but it wasn't the way that I wanted to say. And so for hours when I get to work, man, I'm fuming. I'm just so frustrated with myself. And out of retaliation, I almost just went ahead and published it. It was done. I got everything out, but something inside told me, Marsh, this is not the right material. Just hold up. Don't do it. I know you want to get this podcast out, but don't do it. And that's when I'm reminded of the quote, write drunk, edit sober. Not literally, but figuratively. Write drunk, edit sober. See, I was writing drunk, man. I was getting the material out, but the more I kept having to take retakes, the more frustrated I got because I was pressured by the time. And because I was doing that, I was rushing through it. It was not coming across authentic. It wasn't what I really wanted to say, yet I was going to publish it anyway. The next day, I got up and I reworked on it again. And I started from scratch. I just started all over. And it came out more clear, more concise, and was exactly what I wanted to say. And you have to be reminded, sometimes in life, man, you have to write drunk, edit sober. Meaning there are times that I know you want to confront something. I know you want to respond. I know you want to react. I know you want to do something very quickly, but you have to understand sometimes in the heat of those moments, man, is when you're most drunk, when you are most highly enraged. And so whatever you do from there, yes, you'll do it, but it won't get you the outcome that you really desire. And so when you're at those peak states, man, and peak states where it will not be productive, if I open my mouth, if I make any sort of move right now, it's not going to be productive. You have to remind yourself, write drunk, edit sober. Write drunk, edit sober. Meaning, let the emotions die out. There's someone you need to confront. There's an employee, there's a customer you need to confront. If there's a difficult situation that you need to confront in your relationships, if there's something that you're on the heels, man, and if you go in there with a head full of steam, yes, you'll start the fire, but it may not be the fire that you really want. And then you come back to it later on. If you write drunk and edit sober, you let the emotions die down. You work on whatever it is that you want to work on in your head. When you're on a run, you talk about it. When you're working out, you talk about it. When you're driving in your car, you talk about it. You work on those things, but then what you do is you become sober. You let the emotions die down a little bit. Sometimes it's minutes, days, hours, maybe even a week or so. It's not that you don't confront it. It's just you don't confront it in a drunken state of mind, a frustrated state of mind. Write drunk, edit sober. You let the emotions die down. You come back to it. And when you do come back to it, just like I did with the podcast, it's more clear, it's more concise, and it becomes more productive. So when you're at your peak state, man, remind yourself, write drunk, edit sober.